Justice and liberty, viewers, are in stark contrast this evening. As under trials remain behind bars, a convicted God-man, self-styled God-man at that, walks out yet again. The top court of the country has denied bail to Umar Khalid and Sharjeel Imam in the Delhi riots conspiracy case, ruling that this is not the stage to grant them relief. The court, in its verdict, said the remedy for delay in trial in UAPA cases is not automatic bail, but expedition of trial. But as Khalid and Imam continue in jail, the contrast sharpens elsewhere. You have the self-styled godman, Dera Sacha Sauda chief Gurmeet Singh, convicted in a double rape case for 20 years and facing murder charges, has been granted parole for the 15th time since 2017, walking out of prison once again, this time for a cumulative 40 days. Very different cases, very, very different laws. Many are saying you're comparing apples to oranges. But are we really comparing apples to oranges? Because at one end, you have under trials. The trial has not even begun in the case of Sharjeel Imam and Umar Khalid. The charges haven't been framed. They've been in jail for 5 years and they've been denied bail. On the other hand, you have a self-styled godman convicted for 2 rape cases, serving 20 years in jail, facing murder charges, walk out 15 times in the last 4 years. This time around, for 40 days. The last parole was another 40 days, which he was out in August 2025. Different cases, really, right? Different laws, but quite the same. Tonight, one question dominates the debate: how equal does justice really look? We first take a sharp look at the Supreme Court's verdict denying Umar Khalid and Sharjeel Imam bail and the reasons cited by the learned court. Here's a report. My colleague Srishti Ojha filed this.
Big setback for 2020 Delhi riots accused Umar Khalid and Sharjeel Imam. The Supreme Court on Monday denied bail to the 2 accused, who have already spent more than 5 years in jail, even as the trial is yet to start. The court granted conditional bail to Gulfisha Fatima, Meeran Haider, Shifa-ur-Rahman, Mohammad Salim Khan, and Shadab Ahmed. The 2-judge bench of Justice Arvind Kumar and Justice N.V. Anjaria ruled the Umar Khalid and Sharjeel Imam stand on qualitatively different footing when compared to the other accused. The court said prosecution material discloses prima facie allegations against Khalid and Imam to the extent of planning and organization. The judges ruled that they cannot ignore prosecution material merely because incarceration is prolonged. The court said that at this stage of proceedings, bail for them is not justified. Khalid and Imam can seek bail after 1 year or after examination of protected witnesses is over, whichever comes earlier. The court in its ruling laid down conditions for bail under the Anti-Terror Law, Unlawful Activities Prevention Act, or the UAPA. The judges said in cases involving national security, delay can't operate as a trump card but triggers judicial scrutiny. The court ruled that assessment of liberty of a person is different when cases are about threatening foundation of the state. In deciding bail, the court needs to examine if prosecution material prima facie discloses offences alleged. If material shows unlawful activity as defined under the UAPA, where statutory threshold is crossed by the accused.
This is a landmark judgment. This judgment has paved way and given clarity in how the UAPA Act has to be applied in various matters where there are accused who are languishing in jail for a considerable period of time.
The Supreme Court verdict has sparked political storm.
शर्जील इमाम और उमर खालिद की जमानत की अर्जी को खारिज किया गया। हम माननीय कोर्ट का स्वागत करते हैं और ऐसे लोग जिन्होंने दिल्ली को दंगों की आग में धकेला, उन्हें कड़ी से कड़ी सजा मिलनी चाहिए।
अगर कोई कानून तोड़ा है तो आप उन पर मुकदमा चलाइए, उनको अपनी बात रखने का मौका दीजिए। उसके बाद कोर्ट जो भी सजा सुनाएगा उसको हम सब स्वीकार कर लेंगे। जबकि आप राम रहीम को और सेंगर को जो कन्विक्टेड रेपिस्ट थे उनको आप दे सकते।
It has been more than 5 years since the Delhi riots, but the trial in the case is yet to begin. The Supreme Court verdict means Umar Khalid and Sharjeel Imam could be looking at 1 more year in jail before a bail plea can be filed if the trial is not expedited.
The court's opinion is very clear. Personal liberty matters, but not at the cost of national security. So basically, 5 of the accused will walk free on bail with conditions, but these 2 will continue to remain behind bars. In India's legal theatre, though, the story isn't over yet. It's only entering its next act. The focus now shifts back to the trial courts, and the public opinion, as usual, remains sharply divided. With camera person Kunj Bihari from New Delhi, this is Srishti Ojha for India Today.